I mean, so we're here. We're gonna play some. We're gonna play some D&D tonight. I'm joined by some lovely folks from the community. So this is a FeatherFall one shot. If you are here for something else, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's a one shot. So we're gonna give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. So we're gonna start on what you're all seeing. So we'll actually start with you again, Sarah. I'm sorry.
Okay. First, can they hear me?
Yep.
Do we know if it's working?
We are good.
We're good? Hi, I'm Sarah. This is the first time I'm ever doing a one-shot with FeatherFall Tabletop, so I really appreciate the chance to be here. And I don't really have any other tabletop presence to talk about, so that's me.
Nice. Thanks, Sarah. We'll go to Lord of Chance. We'll give you the opportunity before circling back to our other friends.
I'm Lord of Chance, week-long viewer, first-time player. Lord of Chance on Twitter. That's about it.
Okay, and then we'll go start again with Typo. I'm sorry, Typo. You're amazing. I just wanted to hear it twice.
Hello, chat. I am Typo, the great and magnificent. Actually, I shouldn't be doing that. Character's casting. Hi, everyone. I'm Randall here on FeatherFall Tabletop and Polished Cryptid's channel. Randomly doing one-shots. I'm actually going to be at a campaign tomorrow. We're doing a session 0 for Call of Cthulhu, so come watch it. It's amazing. Probably going to be playing a less goofy character than I will in the...
So, funny story. Now you get to hear the other side of the joke, chat. So it all makes sense now. And Cranky, we'll go to you.
Again, this is my second time on with FeatherFall playing as one shot. You can find me at Twitter at Cranky Old Mage and at Confounded's YouTube channel playing some D&D with him.
Perfect. Okay, so that's everybody. I'm Bob. I'm the DM for tonight, co-founder of FeatherFall Tabletop and proprietor of the Twitter. I don't know. You can find us at FeatherFall TT here on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, I believe. We do have an Instagram. Don't really use it much, but it's there. And this is a sponsored one-shot. So, sponsored by a couple amazing companies. First one's going to be Skull Splitter Dice. If you are in the need of some new dice to roll at the table, which Cranky's rolling dice for the first time ever here on FeatherFall Tabletop, using probably not Skull Splitter, but dice. If you need some dice, go scroll all the way down on our Twitch page, click the link, and use promo code FeatherFall, get 10% off your first order. We are also sponsored by Found Familiar Coffee. So during these stressful times of the pandemic where we're all stuck inside and we're all staying up late hours, content creating, whatever we're doing, you need some coffee. So go ahead and go to foundfamiliar.com/featherfall and use promo code FeatherFall to get 10% off your order there as well. I think that's it for sponsors. So running through the schedule really quick. Every Monday we have something going on. So this Monday is going to be one-shots. Next Monday will be our Star Wars. If you are wanting to watch Star Wars for the Force and Destiny, unfortunately we are going to be switching out of that system and into 5e. Star Wars and 5e, you say? It's going to be great. So I found a free open source 5e rulebook and everything for it, and we're gonna try that out for a little bit. So, but that is Tales from the Cantina. Every Tuesday will be Call of Cthulhu, starting tomorrow with our session 0. Every Wednesday, unfortunately this Wednesday I'm out of town, so we won't be playing, is going to be our Wildmount Beyond Amends campaign, where the party was just run out of town because a lot of questionable things happened around them, and a lot of people have shown up dead somehow. I'm sure it's not their fault, but guilty until proven innocent. And then every Saturday every other Saturday is our Gateway Wars, and every other Sunday is Curse of Strahd. So be sure to join us out. All of those times are at 8:30 p.m. Central. If you are listening out there in podcast land or YouTube land, come join us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/FeatherFallTT, for our push to partner. Again, it's a marathon, and we're still working on the couch to 5K. So come join us as we do this. It's going to take a while, but we're trying. So we want to get the call out there for you. I think that's it. I think we should go ahead and just get into the game. What does everybody say? You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, sounds good.
So the quick synopsis of this, just so we're all aware, this is From the Forest They Fled. It is part of the Uncaged Anthology, written by some amazing people. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a series of several one-shots, 30 plus, somewhere in that range. I don't have the exact count off the top of my head, and it can be found at DM's Guild if you're interested. But this is one of them. So the synopsis is Ashvale is a simple village full of people who live their simple lives without knowing anything about the world outside of their simple valley. But there is one thing that they know. Animals can sense danger. And for the last few days, animals have been running out of the woods. Characters, our lovely party here, are hired to investigate and must venture into the forest. And that's where we pick up. So we'll do a quick character introduction. We're level 2, so not much probably going on. But we will go in reverse order and start with you, Lord of Chance.
I'm Grom Mungwood. Just returned from fighting in the fields and returning home and took the first adventure to help out my village.
Okay. Typo.
I am the Grand Elder Agamendriel. Tremble before my power of this divine artifact that I've taken from the village reliquary to combat this evil in the forest. I'll be leading these intrepid adventurers on a journey to save our land. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Sarah.
I am Asha. I'm a tabaxi who frequents the woods around Asheville. Name just a coincidence. But always curious to learn something new, always curious to see what's going on, and very curious to find out what's going on here.
Perfect. Last but not least, Cranky.
Strangers call me Tinderbox. My friends call me Tinderbox. I'm a half-elf from the next big city over, and I am here taking a job because I need some money, and things need to cool off back home in the big city.
Okay. And before we get started, Cranky, thank you for the 2-month continuation of your Twitch Prime. Appreciate it. Okay, so as everybody has kind of gathered coincidentally at the exact same time outside of the Elder's house. Elder. Agamendriel.
Yes. There have been... If there's anything we know, it's that the animals, they know, and they've been fleeing recently, so, dear adventurers, I need you to journey with me to discern these evils. Are you up to the challenge?
As long as the pay is good.
Okay, now we should probably check to see if there's another NPC who will actually give us the proper plot.
There's 3 or 4 different elders right along with you, Agamendriel. Did I say that right? Probably didn't.
Yes, of course. The details of the adventure slipped my mind. It's old age and all that.
Sure. So one steps forward, older woman, and she speaks. Yes, Agamendriel is right. As you can see, we don't really understand why, but all of the and she'll point to the ground, and you'll see that there are several different animal tracks, and they all just kind of go everywhere. But they all just lead one direction, and that's away from the forest, which Agamemnon, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not too many reasons why they would be running from the forest.
Oh, no, especially not all in the same direction either. It's very suspicious.
So, yeah, as you brought up, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name, and points to you, Lord of Chance.
Grom.
Oh, Grom, there is a bit of coin in she'll point to your character, the Tabaxi as well, Sarah, and Cranky, Tinderbox. What are your names?
Call me Tinderbox.
Perfect. So there is a bit of coin in it for you. We'll make sure, a job completed and coin received. So we don't usually pay up front because, I look around you, it's a small, poor village, but we have some coin tucked away for emergencies like this. But I ask that you travel into the forest and figure out what is happening.
They're very talkative, aren't they?
Sure. So, do you have any questions for the?
And do you consider it an emergency?
Well, whenever they flee, it's imminent danger. I would hope in the next, couple hours you decide to venture into the forest.
When did these
Well,
tracks
have they been
appear?
fleeing long?
Yeah. What she said.
No, not more than it's about noon. Not more than since this morning. So a couple hours at most is when they've recognized them. So it could have been all night type situation.
Does anyone here know how to track? Because I'm pretty damn bad at it.
Slowly turns towards the cat person.
I don't want to assume or anything.
I don't mean
I
to
should-
assume, but
Sure you don't.
Your class does say ranger.
It's on my shirt. Yes, I should be able to, at the very least, track them back to where they're coming from. Is it possible this is the result of something natural? Is there a forest fire or some sort of a landslide?
I don't smell anything burning.
I haven't set anything on fire recently.
You're going to be trouble, aren't you?
Maybe.
I feel like you're going to be my new friend.
Wet.
If you look closely at him, in a holster on his hip is his wand, and it looks like a giant matchstick.
Oh dear.
Post or pre being struck?
Right now, pre. As I cap, it changes.
Once he gets fireball.
As long as it's not currently on fire.
It's not currently.
How many roads come in and out of this town?
So the town is adjacent to a road, so it's like one road hits the edge of the town and continues up and through. But right on the other side of that road is where the forest is, and it is a very dense thicket of trees that you can't see more than 50 feet into the forest without it being more trees and kind of blocked.
Being from the village, is the forest important?
Yeah.
All right.
So give me a history
Just
check.
can't have Tinderbox. Can't just have Tinderbox burn it down. Net 20.
Okay. How old's your character?
He'd be 22.
So not too old. You've heard
No.
tales long ago, before the village was settled, that the forest itself needed to be almost in a way reborn. And you don't understand what that means, but you know that the village thrives. So the village was in a different spot, and then it's like, I don't want to say like nomadic people, but this spot became desolate, and it kind of moved to here. And once they've moved to the edge of this forest, it's become very resourceful. If that makes sense.
Tinder, we're gonna have to keep an eye on you. Try not to burn this place down.
As long as I get paid, it's all good.
So, how about we just head towards the forest and figure out what's going on? Start there. It seems like no better place.
Sounds
Is
like
there
a
anything
good
else we
idea.
need to know from the elders?
Well, I mean, Elder Agamemndrel is knowledgeable in this subject, and anything along the way, they will be able to answer for you. But I would just say look out for, maybe follow the tracks, see where they lead. If there's a point of origin, but just be careful. Try not to harm the trees.
Hey, old timer, you gonna be all right making your way
There
through
you
the
go.
woods, or do you need a piggyback ride?
Don't you worry about me. I have this powerful artifact of our ancient past. And he holds
Takes
up
a
a
step
wooden
and falls.
staff. It's just like it just looks like some twisted, gnarled wood. Yes.
It's a
Do
fine
not
walking
worry.
stick.
In times of need, it will reveal its true form as a
Oh, I love it. But you see the other elders just kind of roll their eyes. They're like,
I see you rolling your eyes, Linda.
Linda!
It
Linda,
would be
listen.
Linda.
Please watch out after our fellow elder. We wouldn't want to see him get hurt.
I march angrily out
No
the door.
promises.
And then they grab Tinderbox's arm as you all step forward. An extra 200 gold if he doesn't come back.
Frickin' Linda.
Just kidding. No, they
Listen,
didn't say
Linda.
that. That's not canon.
Oh. I was considering it.
All right. So, are you all heading into the woods?
Yeah.
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 I should have read this first. Sorry, guys. Nondescript farming village Ashvale would be just like any other settlement in this part of the world, if not for the numerous animal tracks scattered all over the valley side. Deer tracks, wolf tracks, even bear tracks, though their owners have clearly gone in different directions. They all originate from the forest. The same forest that you've been hired to enter to figure out why all of these animals have fled. It's the middle of the day, the sun is shining down, and the edge of the forest looms in front of you. Okay? So as you start walking, I would ask for a perception check, but there's nothing to perceive. There's nothing. There's no sound. You see a normal forest. And I would imagine most of you have been in forest before. And Grom, you've living adjacent to this forest. Agamemndrel living adjacent to this forest. You hear normally the chittering of squirrels, birds chirping, general rustling in the forest. It is dead quiet.
What do you think about how quiet it is, my tabaxi friend?
Not right. Is there any evidence of dead animals? Like, are there like songbirds that have been killed? Anything small?
No, there's no evidence. If you want to give me a survival check, you can find a little bit more, but there's no evidence of dead anything.
We check to see if like branches or anything coming out of the woods shows that they all came from like one massive run.
Yeah, if you want to give me a survival check too.
That's an 11.
11. Hard to tell. There's just a lot of tracks, and they all are heading towards the direction you guys came from. Go ahead. Grom?
14.
14. You can't really tell much different other than they're all kind of just heading out of the forest.
I would like to reach into my pants and pull out my pocket weasel. Yes, it's a thing I added to my inventory. It's a weasel that was in my pocket.
Okay.
Doesn't squirm
There's no-
in any direction in particular, like a compass.
There's no children around, right? To see this.
Oh, this is borderline creepy.
It's a weasel. What's the problem with it?
Phrasing, I think, is the problem. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I move into the woods just to get away from the creepy elder.
Yeah, so as you do pull out your weasel familiar, and it doesn't react in any way. It's not like it's trying to run away. It's not like it's afraid of anything.
All right. So,
Well, if there's no
what do you say we just continue to follow the tracks?
I'm following behind everybody and looking at the trees, going, "Oh, ash! I like how that smells when it burns." And pine, yeah, they tend to pop a lot in the fires. You know, things like that.
I'm thinking he may be a pyromaniac.
I prefer pyromancer.
sun settling. Maybe
Kind of got
You
choppy
got
on
that.
us, Sarah.
Yeah.
sorry about that.
She's not a tabaxi, she's a robot.
I don't remember what I said. Is it better?
Yeah, it seems to
Yeah.
have caught up.
Okay. In the absence of any
There it goes again.
specific evidence,
Discord, man.
well,
Yeah, as soon as you start talking plot specific, it starts to chop out. Just real
Have
slow.
you considered miming?
I'll just write it down on paper and put it on the screen. Is it okay now? I can tell my connection's
Yeah,
not
keep talking.
great.
Yeah, it's okay now. Then you start talking, it'll
Yeah.
Okay.
us.
Any other evidence? On a track, something like a large predator, something that would be territorial, that would be more reluctant to leave where it normally is.
Okay. Yeah, that's
That's
yeah, that's fair. No, there's nothing like tracking any of these prints. There's no stalking going on. They're all. I don't want to say they're all like working in unison, but they're all just leaving. And you can't find any blood tracks or anything that would suggest something bad happened.
And there's no evidence of a forest fire, as someone asked earlier, I think. Like no
Right.
smoke and no ash and
No.
no, there was no like tremors that preceded like a volcano or anything.
No volcanoes. Dinosaurs next. No dinosaurs.
No dinosaurs.
No meteors.
Giant asteroid.
Yeah, no
It's a
meteors.
volcano in the middle of a forest.
I love that idea. We should do that. So as you walk, you're going at about an hour, and the tracks don't change. Who has the highest survival?
I got a +4.
Only plus.
We're in the forest, right?
Yeah. +4 is the highest. Is that what I heard?
I got a +6 because it's doubled for
Ah, okay.
Favorite terrain.
terrain.
Okay. +6.
If it's coming through.
Yeah, no, we got you that time. +6. Go ahead and roll D4 for me. No, 2D4. 2D4 if you can.
Do you want separate or do you want the total?
Separate, please.
One is a 2 and one is a 4.
2 and 4. Okay. Okay. So you're walking about an hour, and you still see that same eerily quiet.
This is just getting creepy.
Yes, the
Indeed.
quiet has gotten so powerful that I can see it.
I think that's your rheumatic vision.
Oh, well. That might be the vision thing. Yeah, that might be it.
I heard they're called cataracts.
Cataracts? There's no cats in my eyes. You crazy old. So you crazy old coot to you.
And as you are talking, you do hear the faint rustle of tree branches above you. And we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. So if everybody would go ahead and roll their initiative, and then just let me know what you roll.
12.
Yeah, Russell is above them. So
Nat 20.
Nat 22.
You
All
probably
right.
still got plus 5, but plus nothing to it.
I'll take screenshots if you want.
no, I'm just kidding.
16.
Ash is 16. Tinder and Grom 20. What was yours? Elder.
Doesn't he have a negative for old age?
I'm spry as a fit. Oh, my back.
What'd you roll?
11.
11.
I have a whole +1.
12. Ooh, and an 18. Okay. So I'm going to say Grom and Tinder, you notice it right away. You see on this tree and on this tree, these branches start to form into monsters. I'll post a image in the Discord for everybody of what they do look like, so you have a better idea. It's coming through. It's real slow while we're streaming here.
That's unpleasant.
Oh, that's
And-
just nasty.
And so as it's up there, who has the higher dex? I think Grom, you have the higher dex.
I have 13.
Yeah, I only have an 11.
Okay, so Grom, you're going to go ahead and go first.
Are they within melee range?
They're about 10 feet up.
Grom is actually going to jump with his great axe and try and chop at the branches.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and you can jump that high anyways. So go ahead and roll. Also, just looks like Two Socks gave a D4 to somebody in chat. Whoever wants to use it, it's there to claim if you want it.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, what's your modifier? Or total 7?
That was my total. 7 was a total. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you miss. So the funny sight of Grom just jumping up. You don't land gracefully. You kind of stumble and trip. But Tinder, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I grabbed my matchstick-looking wand, which now has a little flame on the end of it, and firebolt the ugly thing, which is a. Wait a minute, I'm old. I can't see. 9 plus 5. 15.
Just hits.
Yay!
And we're gonna say number 2 is above you. By the way, that's one.
Okay. Then that's the one I'm shooting at. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's too close. 7 fire damage.
Okay. Okay. So it is number 2's turn actually, and it's gonna drop on you, Grom. Real? 9. I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
Does not.
Okay. So That's terrible. So if they miss, they take half the damage. That's the worst.
Oof.
Takes 1 damage. Okay, so that one, as it, you're swinging at it and Tinder shoots at it, it just falls and it tries to like land on your head. Luckily misses. But Ash, it's your turn.
So it fell. It landed. Is it on the ground now with us?
It is on the ground. Yep.
Perfect. I'm gonna get it.
I'm so sorry, Sarah. It kind of chopped out at the end.
How are
It,
12 to hit?
12 to hit?
12 to hit.
12 does not hit. Does not hit. Yeah. Sorry. Anything else? Move, bonus action?
No, that's it. I'm good.
Okay. Elder, you're the slowest. You're not up yet. So the second one is going to fall. It's on the other side, so it's not really going to be. It's not really going to fall on anybody. You can make the argument, I guess, it's going to fall onto Grom again. Sorry, Grom. I'm assuming a 7 doesn't hit, so this one falls.
It does not.
The worst. Okay, Elder, it is now your turn.
Oh, now it's my turn. Oh, I was being courteous and allowing everyone else to go first. No one respects their elders these days. Now, I'm going to raise my staff up high, and I'm going to go. I invoke the powers of creation. Twist and reshape this wood and reform it into its true form. And I charge at this monster, staff raised high like a battle sword, like a battle axe, ready to bring it down on the creature and swing with all of my might as the magic envelops it. 15 plus -1, 14. Does that hit?
It does not.
I bring down a bow on top of this creature. What? It's a bow! Oh, why didn't anyone tell me?
Yeah, D4 is there if you want to use it.
No, it's fine. Here, this
Okay. Okay.
Oh, Linda, she must have changed the scriptures.
Okay. Also, I do want to make it known for everybody in chat, we did change the channel points. So I've added new options, and I cut them in half, so it's at a discount. So if you got channel points, give them to our players. Okay. So top of the order again, Grom, it's your turn.
After dancing around these things trying to follow me, I'm going to swing at them with my axe again. Have maybe a little better luck. Nat 20.
What is that? The third one tonight?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
That would be 16 damage.
16?
Yeah.
What level are you all?
1 plus 12 plus 3.
And are you hitting the one that Tinder hit first, or?
What was whatever the first one was that tried to pop down on me?
16 damage kills it.
This is what I picture they sound like.
Last one shot, I almost killed the whole party. Y'all are taking out my monsters in one hit. Okay.
For anybody wondering, these things look like horrifying slugs.
Yeah, it's like, imagine a slug with these 3 giant claws for its mouth, and then like tiny claws around its mouth. It's hideous.
The Glawool for Stargate fans.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll post
It's a
it.
slug with the predator face.
I'll post it in the Discord Beholder banter if you're interested. Okay, so 1 is dead. Number 2 is dead. Number 2. So the other undamaged one, Tinder, it's your turn.
Okay, is it on the ground?
Yeah, it is at your feet, ready to like slug you or whatever slugs do.
In that case, I will point my wand at it and create bonfire.
What, just creating fires in the middle of the forest? You remember what Smokey the Bear said? Only
As long as you put it out when you're
Puppet.
done cooking.
Who the fuck gives a shit about Smokey the Bear? He left the forest, clearly.
It's true.
Smokey ain't here, and I am, and this thing now has to make a deck save. DC 13.
DC 13. For the deck save? Okay, chat. Can I use your D4s?
I giggle a little bit.
So I rolled a 5 plus 1 is not higher than 13. Also, another D4 has been redeemed by chat, so you guys have 2 D4s to use.
Oh, sweet.
Can you use that for damage or just to hit?
Just to hit.
Okay, because it only takes 1 point of fire damage.
Yes! But it has to move, right?
Or it will take another D8 on its next turn, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ash, it is your turn. Everybody cross your fingers for the internet.
So we won't be
I'm
cold.
gonna try and hit it with my short sword.
Heard most of that until the very end. You froze.
Oh.
I can hear. Okay.
Short
Cool.
sword, we heard it.
You hitting it
Short
with
sword.
your sword.
Short sword.
Short.
So
Short.
we're gonna take a quick. Be right back. Try and figure some of these.
18 to hit.
18 does hit, but do you want to press forward, Ash, or do you want to try and tech support that?
Do you want to get to the end of this round and then try and tech support it, or
Yeah, that's
when
fine.
is a good time to pause?
Whenever. I mean, honestly, it's
Okay, do my damage
whatever.
really quick.
Okay. I want it to be fun for you, and if we're constantly
That's 7.
7. Gee, Merry Christmas! You guys did 10 points of damage. Okay, it's turn now, so we'll go ahead and get through the damage before we deal with this. It's gonna slug over to. I think it's right at you still, Grom. And it's gonna try and leech onto your ankles. Oh, there for all of my terrible rolls, that's a natural 20.
Oh.
So does a 23 hit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's a 5 plus 5. That's 10 points of damage. Sucked out of your Achilles heel.
It hurts.
And that's its turn. So, Elder, you have 1 left. It's not bloodied yet, but it's hurting.
So, Grum, is there something you want to tell us? Because these things have been going exclusively after you.
I don't know. I just got back.
Just got bad luck, I see. Okay.
Must be pheromones.
Yes. It's all those masculine pheromones you got going on. Now, hold still. Is this thing still within a melee range of me?
Yeah, if you were next to the other one, it's right there.
Darn it! That means I have disadvantage. I'm going to take the bow and I'm going to creaky old arms going to, and I'm going to fire at it.
This is gonna end
Come on.
badly for Grom.
Haha! I rolled 212 plus 5, so I get to do 1d6 plus 3 damage. Take your 6 damage.
6
As I
hold.
fire a divine arrow straight into its hide.
Okay. -6. We're back at the top of the order. Grom, if you would.
I'm gonna kind of dance around screaming and see if I can smash it against a tree by kicking it.
I love it.
I can cauterize that for you.
You stay away from me, creeper. So that'd be an unarmed strike.
Yeah, let's do that.
Ooh. 15 hit.
Just hits.
Ooh. 4 damage.
Ooh. So you fling it off your foot and just kick it up against a tree. It is almost dead, but not quite. I think Cranky can finish this off.
Somebody kill it!
Fucking weasel! It hadn't had its initiative yet.
14 with a firebolt for a firebolt.
Did your pocket weasel attack? 14 does not hit.
14. Oh, I missed. Hold still. I can't hit it.
All right. Ash, let's do this.
Here's hoping for a killing blow. Gonna try with the short sword again.
Push to talk wasn't on.
19 to hit
19 hits.
Oh,
for 9 damage.
Each dead.
Yes!
How do you want to do this?
Cut it open so it just sizzles in the bonfire.
Ugh, gross. Yeah, you just
Super
cut it,
gross.
and then you just fling it onto the bonfire. Because funny thing is, I totally forgot to move it, and Cranky, I think we needed to do bonfire damage to it. So now it's
how well done is it?
Well, it was 8 now, so.
it's extra dead, and the meat has... Ash, you've filleted this open well enough that the meat is just there, ready to eat. It has a little bit of grom in it, probably.
I
That was
love
my
that your
favorite
internet
ankle.
stabilized, so you could do that.
Perfect timing.
Grom roasted slug.
Yeah, you could add
Okay.
10 rations.
10 rashes.
I'm just kidding.
Years ago, whatever.
Yeah, so as you guys fillet this thing, the only person that took damage was Lord of Chance, who I think has frozen. Oddly enough, as those two fall and die and fling open, you see these small plants start to come and grab these two. They're called piercers, by the way. These piercers and drag them. One is dragging out of the fire, and the other is getting. They're dragging it back deeper into the forest.
That's not normal, is it?
No.
And then after those two are gone,
Well, how fast are they going? Can we pursue them? Like, can we see where these plants are dragging them?
well, so they're dragging them. Then 6 more come up to you. So we're gonna go ahead and stay in initiative. I'm just gonna go ahead and add these 6 in there. So don't mind me. It wouldn't be a one shot if it were easy.
Sweet.
True. I don't suppose I can take a chance and in between these and cast mage armor on myself.
Yeah, you would have a couple seconds.
Oh, good.
So we have a chance to cast one spell. I would like to walk over to Grom and give him a cure wounds.
Okay, that's fair. I like it.
Hey, Grom, come over here. I'm going to reach
Alright.
up, pat him on the head. Good boy, and may the God of War's blessing be upon you.
I cannot make out what to think of you, old man. But thank you.
Recover 10 hit points.
Ooh, I like you a lot.
Fight on in the name of the God of War.
Start jumping from foot to foot. Being like, this feels pretty good.
Okay, time. So yeah, these 6 things, you, Agamemndrio, you go up and heal Grom by patting on his head, and the magic flows through your hand to the top of his head. Cranky. I imagine like it's almost like fire comes up over you real quick, and mage armor just comes onto your body. But we're gonna go ahead and start at the top of the order because I don't remember. Actually, Sarah, you left off, so we're at 16. So Elder Agamendriel, it is your turn, and you see 6 of these little crawling. They're plants, but they almost look like hands crawling through the forest floor to you.
Interesting. I am going to raise up my hand. The god of war declares that ye shall die! And I am going to cast Hex upon these creatures. One of them.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my bow. Okay, now. Oh, gosh, why couldn't this be a lighter weapon? And I fire it.
Okay.
I'm not near anybody. 15 plus 5, 20. Does that hit?
Hits, yeah.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus 3.
2d6 plus 3, what level are you?
Well, I cast Hex, darn it. It's a spell. I wear this spell slot for this shit. Okay. I rolled a 3 and a 5. I'm not going to bother doing anything better. So 11 damage.
So as you shoot this arrow, it just catches the middle, like the center mass of this plant, and just sticks it directly into a tree behind it, and it's dead.
That's where you belong.
Anything else? Any movement you would like to do?
I use my free interact object to take out my small pocket weasel and pet him on the head.
You don't get hit with a pocket weasel. It does 0 damage, but the pocket weasel is now upset and tries to bite you.
Oh, why? I showed you nothing but love.
This really isn't the time.
Okay.
Don't rub your weasel in the middle of battle.
What did I sign up for?
Says the
Yeah.
pyromancer.
I'm sorry.
Let's be careful on the weasel talk, folks. This may be the first time in 2 years we're gonna have to cut to and be right back again. I will also say we have 2 d4s from the chat still available. Okay. It's their turn. So this little hand comes up to you, Tinder, and it's going to it's gonna just take it's almost as it looks like a hand. It's going to, you see the thorns where the fingernails would be. It's going to slash at you for 11. Does 11 hit?
It does not.
Then the other 2 are going to come up and try and hit you. Guess what? That is 11 as well. But then this one is a dirty 20. I imagine that one hits.
Yes.
So that's a 1.
Damage.
Ow.
That's a 4 points of damage.
Why you?
Then we're at the top of the order with Grom, freshly healed.
I'm gonna run over to Tinder and swing my axe at the vines that attacked him.
Okay.
X don't fail me now.
X gonna give it to you. Thought we were doing exhibit quotes.
8 total.
8.
Yeah, that's total. So 3 plus 5.
Yeah. So as you go to swing, it's like it separates and you miss, and then it just comes back together.
Goddamn woods can't find my footing.
Man, I don't listen to crappy music, Chris. Okay, so Tinder, it's your turn. You have 3 at your feet.
I have 3 at my feet. Okay.
Correct.
What are the chances my party members are not within a 15-foot cone in front of me? I'll move to,
I would say you could catch 2 of them.
Right.
You could catch 2 of them. You won't catch all 3.
I'm
Okay.
in a 5-foot cone cowering behind your back.
Then I am doing burning hands on these plants. It's time to whack the weeds or whatever. Oh, and I mixed up my
Don't whack
papers.
Petting weasels and
Whacking weeds. Okay.
This is terrible, folks.
DC 13 dex save or 3d6 fire.
Do they take half if they...
They take half if they fail, or half if they pass rather.
Go ahead and roll the damage, because I'm pretty sure even if you got minimum, these are dead.
9,
Yeah.
11 fire damage.
So yeah, those 2 are dead. Even it doesn't matter if they passed or failed. Okay. It is one of the last claws that haven't moved yet. Its turn. It's going to come up and try and smack you again, Tinder. 20 to hit. And 5 points of damage. And then the last one's going to come up to you, Grom, as you're sitting right next to it. 21 to hit. Or no, 22 to hit. And 2 points of damage.
Oh, it's much better than that goddamn slimy thing.
Ash, it is your turn.
It doesn't take much to kill these, so I should be able to do it no problem. That is... that's a 9 to hit, so it is actually a problem.
A 9 does not hit.
No.
Sorry. But we heard you the whole time through, so improvements.
Yeah, it seems much smoother now.
D4.
Yep.
D4.
D4 if you want. Well,
Oh.
you can make it. You can roll high on the D4.
We'll give it a shot.
We got 2. Use it.
Survey says... Yeah, it's a 1, so total 10.
You could use the other one.
No, I'm not going to burn both the chat's generous D4s on grabbies.
Okay, yeah, that does not hit. You have another, so we're back up to 2 D4s. Another one was redeemed by 2 socks. Just using all them channel points. 2 socks. You should be saving up to become a VIP. It's only 100,000. That's also, a joke out there. I don't know if anybody's actually going to do that. Okay, Ash, you just win.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Elder Agamendriel.
Okay. Well, O God of war, please grant me thy blessing and allow me to strike down as many of these bitches as possible. And I first stop dying, and then things Elder Agamendriel really wants to be able to do, stop dying. He grabs his bow and he holds it and he snaps it in half, and it shines in light and transforms into 2 dual crossbows. And he holds one to each side and he fires twice.
What is all of this? We're level 2!
This just turned into the Boondock Saints.
Yeah!
I'm going to. I got. That is 15 and 20.
I'm gonna let it happen because it's a one shot, but we're gonna have a talk on character creation next time.
This is. Don't look at me. This is War Cleric, okay?
Okay, fair. It's true. Okay.
You know, do this 3 times I think a day.
Both of those hit, and assuming you roll above a 0, it's dead.
Okay, I just go. Oh God, give it to you.
Oh my god. Okay. Top of the order. Grom, it's your turn. One left. There's one left at Tinder's feet.
I'm gonna pull a hand axe out of my belt and I'm gonna just throw it at the one that's left.
Nice. Okay.
God damn it. That is a 2 + 5, so 7.
Misses, and it actually picks up the axe now. It's
Oh, Jesus!
Just kidding.
You armed it!
And I just look at you.
Bonus action or move to Grom.
Yeah. After missing, I'm gonna just kind of back away from just it in general.
Okay. Mr. Box.
All right, my wand is going out, and
Oh.
no, 10.
It does not hit. Can you? We're gonna spend all 2 hours trying to fight this one hand.
Just this one monster. Now that firebolt just pops right into the wet dirt and just sizzles.
Roll a d4 for me.
Roll a d4. 2.
Okay. Yeah, it just sizzles out. Okay. It's gonna swing back at you, Tinderbox.
Of course it is. I'm not doing so good though.
I rolled a 2, so don't worry. It's a total of
Okay.
5, assuming that doesn't hit. Ash, it's
No.
your turn. Please kill this last crawling
Weapons
claw.
are no good. We're coming at it with the murder mittens.
Ooh.
That is a natural 20.
Oh, that definitely is. How do you want to get rid of this little forest claw?
Just gonna slash it with my claws, tear it to little bitty pieces.
She just high-fived that thing to death.
And
I'll hand Grom back his hand axe that it was holding. I think you drop this.
And as you do that, you just see leaves and vines and stuff shred, and it's dead. So that is, we are officially out of initiative.
Going to keep concentration on that heck.
I'm gonna just do what I can to adjust my wounds and clean up.
So, victory, so say we all? We're done, right? We killed it. We get to go back, get the money. Everyone happy?
Game over.
I don't think that's.
I don't
the
think so.
complete
I
story.
suspect this is merely a symptom of a much greater problem.
Oh, why do you old people always have to make things more difficult than they have to be?
Because I'm old and I'm about to die soon, so I might as well be as dramatic as possible.
Well, if you need cremated, let me know.
I'll keep you
Just
in mind.
not yet. Not yet.
When the time comes. Not that I'm rushing him.
So I wasn't really paying attention. Which way did those worm-like things get pulled?
Is that a question for the DM?
Since no one else is answering, let's go with yes.
So further deeper into the, like, if you were to take the complete opposite of where you came in, deeper into the forest.
Is it possible to, like, track them or, like, follow the drag marks through the ground? Is there any way we can see exactly where they went?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival check.
That is... Ooh, ha! That's a 7. It's a nat 1. I'm picking bits of hand out of my claws, and I can't see anything.
Yeah, so as you're looking, you see the tracks disappear. Not sure where they went.
Well, we have the general direction anyway, so...
So, Tabaxi, I'm not gonna assume, but I've heard your type likes to climb trees. Is it possible you climb up top and get a better vantage point?
Only when people who use my name ask me to do it, human.
Well, I didn't catch your name earlier.
Ash. Grom.
Ash. I'm sorry, Ash. I think it was when you were.
Yeah, it was probably a
kind
computer
of-
thing.
Yeah, that's what's a computer.
We'll make
We'll
a
blame it
character
on
thing.
that.
You were giving us the Stonewall treatment.
All right, Ash. Can you climb trees and
Yes,
maybe get a
yes, I
vantage
can.
point?
Can I?
Yeah,
Can
we're
I
gonna say
see-
you just go ahead and do it. So as you climb up deep in the forest. You're talking almost as far as you guys have walked. If you remember, you guys have walked about an hour, 2 hours at this point. Looking deeper in, you see smoke pillaring out of the forest.
Does it look like it could be a forest fire, or does it look like a settlement, or like a chimney fire?
It looks like it could be a forest fire.
Wasn't
Tinder.
Tinder.
Wasn't me. This is my first
Are
time
you
in the
sure?
forest.
He swiped right.
I haven't even been that part in the forest. I mean,
story.
though, as I understand forest fires, you can make a break by setting another fire, and then they meet and extinguish each other. So, I mean, if you really want, I could just start one here and,
We're trying to limit the damage. I don't think that's... Maybe as a last resort.
Tinder, I think I'm about to say the thing that is going to make you more happy than anything else in the world. But we need to go figure out what that fire's doing over there.
Yes. Let's go find the fire.
Okay.
And can I navigate through the trees so I can keep an eye on where the fire is, so I can direct us as we go?
Yeah, definitely. Chat's getting crazy tonight. Yeah, you easily just tree to tree. It's dense enough that you're not really exerting a lot of effort. Just quickly. I just can't. We're gonna call it here. No, I'm just kidding. So at this point, we can take a short rest as we're moving because there's not much happening.
Yes, please.
So go ahead and roll your hit dice if you regain spells at a short rest. Good for you.
Warlock! Back to the X I was holding.
I mean, you don't need to roll hit dice if you don't want to.
I need to.
Fine. It's fine.
I'm still not up to full with that, but I'll take it.
Okay, so as you guys walk another hour, Ash, it is too thick for you to continue to stay in the trees. The smoke itself is becoming heavy, and the people on the ground, you guys, you have to duck just a little bit to stay right out of the smoke line. Ash, are you gonna fall down, or drop down rather?
Well, hopefully not fall, but down.
Yeah. So as you get closer, the smell of smoke grows, and so Ash was able to tip everybody off that there is a fire. So the smoke intensifies at this point, and then you can finally see it. And at this point, you're all kind of ducking down. It spills out in between the trees. So as it reads, it's kind of funny, the little narrative box they tell you to read. It spills out between the trees before you like water. But it's smoke. Boiling water, I guess. Because there's no mistaking that the world in front of you has begun to burn. And as you get closer through this smoke wall, you finally see this giant tree. I mean, you're talking huge, great tree. And Elder and Grom, you can give me a history check.
Could I, while they do that,
It'll be
I
a
have
10.
Go ahead, Cranky.
I have control flames, and I can put out a flame in a 5-foot cube, and it's a cantrip. So I would just smother.
Yeah, you could.
It's here and there, just
You don't see flames at this point. You just see heavy smoke. And I guess Ash and Cranky, if you are from this area, you can go ahead and give me a history check as well.
I rolled a 20.
City boy.
+2.
But,
Okay.
+1.
It's an 11.
That's a 5.
Okay. I mean, it's fair that the Elder knows this. It is the great tree within the ash gums. So the ash gums are the type of trees in here. This is the great tree that you feel, that the village feels is providing its energy. There's several in here. There's probably 4 or 5. But we're talking like redwood size in California, those giant trees that you could drive through. It's that size that has toppled down on the path in front of you.
Oh my.
So there's a couple ways you could go. You could go around it, but at this point, it would take longer than to just go over it.
This is one of the great trees of the forest. How could this have happened?
Don't look at me like that. I didn't do it.
Can we tell at all how it happened? Like, was it torn out of the ground, or was it cut?
You can't see the bottom of it from where you're at, so you could, just walk. If you want to walk around it, you can go to the side where you think the bottom would be.
Sure. See if
Yeah.
we'll see how far it goes. If it's very, very far, then
It's
Check out
like,
this stump.
it's not too far. A 5-minute walk out of your way, and you see that it's been uprooted. So not like a clean cut, but the roots itself has just grabbing this big chunk of earth. I don't think that's a word. It just grabbed this giant chunk of earth, and it came, and it's just fallen over.
It looks like it just like fell over like a normal tree falls over from time to time.
Yeah, grabbing it.
You're grabbing it, yeah.
Oh, I can tell this is a classic case of grabbing.
Nice. But then as you peer around this tree and you're finally to the end and you look through it, you do see a humanoid figure kind of hopping from tree to tree. And where they hop, you see a bright spark, and then it falls. And then they hop to this tree in a bright spark, and then the spark kind of dissipates, and the tree itself just goes. Yes, the word I was
so
looking.
like as they're
Go ahead, Ash.
hopping, it's like the sparks are igniting the trees.
Yes.
Tinder, friend of yours.
Don't know who or what that is.
He swiped
Well.
left on them.
But I would like to run under the trees and do the control flames and snuff out whatever fires are starting.
I think it's time for a hex on that motherfucker.
You can't really see him that well. What's your hex distance?
Check.
I think it's 150, isn't it? It's something ridiculous.
No, not that. But it's 90 feet, so it's pretty long.
Yeah, I guess much further than normal. You're still probably a little bit further than that away. So I would say you're about 150, 200 feet away.
Okay.
And then as you pass around this tree and you see these other giant trees in here, you see the humanoid figure start to take shape. And as you enter, and Tinder, as you're starting to kind of quell some of these fires, she approaches you and kind of just walks straight up through the smoke. I am going to suggest you not do that. Please.
I'm going to suggest you not do that.
Please leave and let me finish my work.
What is your work? What are you doing? Why?
These trees require rebirth. And the only way to do that is by fire.
But what about the village nearby and all the animals in the forest?
The village nearby is sucking the life force out of this forest. Did you see that giant tree as you came in? That
Yes.
is a direct cause of people sucking the life force out of this forest and not allowing it to be refreshed.
I roll nature. See if I understand like the concept of burning trees to actually create, healthier.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a +0 to nature, but I rolled another nat 20.
I got 3 crossbows, nat 20s. So interesting. I really, really want to do this from the point of the village, because you are an elder of the village.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tie a little bit of history into this, so forgive me if this isn't the answer you're looking for directly with nature.
Okay.
We're going to tie it a little bit differently. So the history of the village. Long ago, 500 years is when this village moved to this, or whatever I said it was something like 500.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to the edge of this forest. It knew, the elders back then knew that this forest was refreshed. You don't know how it was refreshed, but you know once it was refreshed, all of the fertile soil, all of the boons that you were getting from off of the trees go away. So they stopped refreshing it.
Huh. So the soil, the fertile soil stops if these trees get refreshed.
Yeah, but and then the nature portion of this, you do know that ash gum trees do work well by being purged and then reborn. Almost like, it's kind of like a phoenix in a way, but less mythical, just a tree.
I see. Grand Elder Agamemndria will look toward the party.
Grand Elder now.
Yes, he gave himself the title. He'll consider this. The town, it may turn away from the forest if this forest gets refreshed. They turn away from the forest. They'll turn towards the church and the god of war they once worshipped. Linda and her hippie nonsense will be smited at that.
So does this mean I could just help out here a little bit?
No. This needs to be done right. You need to leave.
Well, that's not fun. I mean, I've burnt warehouses and houses and businesses. How different can it be for a tree?
And when you say that, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh.
20.
Oh, you feel the power, and maybe you felt this in the past, but the Fae, the power of the Fae, and as I suppose I should describe this lady as she walked forward, it is, I'll get a picture for you. She's a dryad, so she's like an entire tree. What was once a calm figure has now turned into almost like a war version of the dryad. So if you look in Discord, and those in chat, if you look in the Beholder banter in our Discord, you will see what she looks like. And
Hamadryad, a level.
and she, you, Cranky, you feel it come over your head. Tinder, you feel her trying to talk you into just leaving. But you, with a 20, of course, you pass. Jedi mind tricked back. And we're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Not the pyromaniac you're looking for.
This is not the pyro you're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiative at this point.
Oh, watch me roll a 9. Yep, 9.
2.
I got a 2 also.
Expecting 1.
We're just
16 again.
22. 20.
There is no middle ground with Grom.
Oh, and there's D4s.
I've
One
got
D4. Or, is there
There's
one or
two. There's 2 d4s.
I have a 10 total.
10 for Elder total. Okay.
I'm gonna save it for an attack in case I need it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say that I don't think whatever you roll is gonna affect where you're at in the order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Ash, it is your turn, and I don't know if you would have seen the Dryad try to take over Tinder's mind, but nonetheless, it's your turn.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't recognize the spell casting, but I know we're here to do a job. So I am gonna cast Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and attack. So that's gonna be the short sword.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
So that's 9 regular, and then I think I get is it an extra D6 for Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, it's either that or a D4. Let me double check. D6, you are correct.
All right, so another 4.
Okay.
So that's 13.
13. Oh. Okay. I mean, good news we chose this at level 2, so monster's a little bit harder. Okay.
Fair, her favorite enemy, so she's gonna cut this bitch.
Love it. Okay, it is her turn. And she's going to shoot a firebolt right back at you. I've either rolled a 120 or below a 10 all night. I'm assuming that an 11 doesn't hit you, Ash.
Nope.
Okay. And then she's going to... She's going to disappear into... It's like she steps into a tree.
Do I get an attack of opportunity, or is it more of a teleport?
You don't, unfortunately, because she's going to use her bonus action. So she has Nimble Escape, which allows her to disengage. But then, let me read this aloud so I'm not crazy. Once on her turn, Calypta can use 10 feet of her movement to step magically into one living tree within her reach and emerge from a second tree within 60 feet of the first tree.
Okay.
So it's almost like...
That makes sense, but that doesn't prove you're not crazy.
I am crazy, thank you. So she's going to like hop into this tree and then appear behind the party in the smoke where you can't see exactly where she went. Okay. Next in the order is the Elder.
The Elder. He is going to look. She disappeared into the smoke, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I am going to... Is there any fire nearby?
There's a lot of fire nearby.
Well, you may think that you're clever, but I am much older than you, possibly. And I'm going to take one of my bolts. I am going to, or bow arrows, dip it into a nearby fire so that it lights. And then I'm going to pull back on the bow and fire into the smoke where I last saw her.
Okay, so it'll be a disadvantage. But you have two D4s if we need them.
I don't... Oh, wait, that's one. Okay. Darn it, that was a 20. 6 plus 5, that's 11.
Does not hit.
Let's roll a D4. That's a 3, that's a 14 now.
Does not hit. You got one more D4.
Should I use the last one?
You're getting closer.
I will be greedy.
Greed is good.
That is a 2, so another +2.
So that's 17.
You think so?
Chat, do
No.
the math for me.
14?
14,
Yeah. So 16?
Yeah, 16. Just hits. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Damage. Did I manage to get that hex on her when she got close enough?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And what's it? Choose. So she's going to take 8 damage. Okay. And I am then going to use my bonus action to fire a second arrow at the arrow that I can see.
At the arrow? What? What? I will say, as the arrow and the fire hit, it snuffs out.
Darn it.
I love it, but she is resistant to fire. Fun fact for y'all.
Darn it! Who could have possibly thought? Anyways, bonus action. I'm going to try to attack again. 15 plus. No, wait. Okay, 15 plus 5. 20.
That hits.
It's going to be a 13.
13.
As I just machine gun fire into the smoke.
Was that with disadvantage?
Yes, because the other one was another 20.
We got
I have
loaded
rolled
dice.
20s on this thing.
We got loaded dice in here tonight, chat.
I am using roll 20.
Okay. Grom, it is your turn.
The way I picture it is I was going to start running towards the tree that the dryad walked into, and then I see the old man start shooting behind me, so then I'm going to like turn around and just start running into the smoke,
Okay.
kind of swinging my axe blindly.
Okay. So they're pretty far away at this point. So 60 feet from about where they were. So about 40 feet from where you're at.
So I get about halfway there, I'd say.
Okay.
My movement's 30.
Okay. Do you want to try and do anything else?
I contemplate throwing my hand axe and decide against it.
Smart. Okay. Tinder.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say, lady, if you like fire, and then I burst into flame with my mantle of.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, mantle of flame. It's a bonus action. I breathed in fire. Eyes glow like coal. And for a minute, I'm shedding light for 30 feet, and dim night another 30. Any creature that takes fire damage, I add my charisma modifier, and if anything hits me in a melee attack, it also takes damage equal to my charisma modifier.
Okay.
And as an action, I will try not to shoot Crom in the ass with a firebolt.
And it's going to be disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
That's how it
Okay.
works.
Well, that's a 7 and a 5. So that's a 12. And that's a 19. So yeah, 12.
Does
Which-
not hit.
Does not hit. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for Tinder?
Nope. That is it for me.
Okay. Ash.
All right. I am going to use my feline agility to double my speed, so it gets me to 60 feet, so I can close on her. And one more time with the short sword.
Sorry.
Okay.
If I can just get my tabs sorted out. Sorry. Oh, it's only a 12. Do we have any D4s left? No, you used them all,
You have
right?
2 now.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Two Socks just put another one in there.
And so did I.
Okay. Discount over. All right. Yeah,
Oh, that's a
there's
4. Brings it up to a 16.
that is. Discounts over.
And that's 7
We're not al-
plus 6, 13 again. 13 slashing.
Okay. 13. Okay. Very close to being dead.
Not so fast.
Okay. Yeah, so you see bark starting to fall off, but it's her turn. She's going to disengage, hop into a tree again, but then she's going to, like, Scarlet Witch Grom. So she's going to pop out by one of the trees by you, Grom, and kind of do the little finger thing to your head. So go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. That'll be 7 total.
You are officially charmed. So the charmed creature, it's Fey charm, so it's a little different. The charmed creature regards Calypta as a trusted friend or to be heeded and protected. Although the target isn't under Calypta's control, it takes Calypta's requests or actions in the most favorably way it can. And she's going to whisper, "Please protect me. I must finish." And she's going to take that time and kind of like walk back into the smoke. Okay, that's her turn. Elder Agamendriel.
Okay. She's weak. She's weak. She's on her last legs. Clearly, this is time. I pull out the pocket weasel. For pocket weasel time, go for the eyes! And I throw it at her.
Give me a strength throw.
Oh boy, a strength throw! Does it have disadvantage
You're
because I'm throwing it to smoke?
You're trying to throw it like 30, 40 feet?
Just grab it by the tail.
Like a football.
Also, there are two
Hammer throw with the tail.
Yeah, that's fair. No disadvantage, but there are 2 d4s that can be claimed for this. Let's use both of them.
15 minus 1, so 15.
Yeah, you can get it there. So what? I mean, the accuracy of getting it into the eyes is probably not there, but it hits her.
Can I roll animal handling to have it attack the eyes?
I love it. Let's do it. Roll an animal handling, and then you're going to do a d4 for damage. Eye damage.
13 plus 5, that's 18.
I love it. Roll a d4. Why the heck not?
4 damage!
Oh, max damage.
Please tell me the weasel gets the kill.
Math here. 39 plus 8 is 47, plus 4 is 51. Not dead yet. Very close.
Darn it!
Very close. We have 2 d4s to be used.
Is she blind in one eye and has disadvantage on all her attacks against us?
Well, I mean, she kind of looks like Nick Fury now, so it's like a secret eye.
I'm pretty sure that cost me my turn.
Yeah, you don't get to shoot 14 more bolts either.
Darn it!
What type of damage is that? Weasel damage. Okay.
Unresistible.
There's no resistance to weasel damage. It's all damages at once. So, Grom, you are up. Charmed.
I'm gonna make sure I stay between her and the rest of the group. Put my hands out and be like, Tinder, Ash, crazy old man. I think we need to hear her out. I mean, what really could happen? I mean, rebirth's a good thing, right? Wouldn't you want, old man? Wouldn't you want to be rebirthed?
We'll lose every bit of prosperity the village has.
But rebirth.
But I mean, you've got a point. The war god would probably get more patronage, but no. It's for the village. Also, she totally started it.
I can't let you hurt her. And I just stand there kind of
What about the weasel?
Yeah, just like conversations happening in the background.
Okay, thank you, Grom. Go ahead and make a wisdom save as well for the end of your turn.
Okay. What about a 10?
Does not pass. Tinder, it is your turn.
Sorry, Crom, I have to set you on fire now.
I don't believe you're sorry.
Are you gonna shoot Crom?
No. He hasn't attacked me, he's just talking, so. I am, however, going to shoot a firebolt at the lady, the wooden lady. Is that still at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay. So, 13 and... Yeah, 14.
Does not hit.
Does not hit, I miss again.
Okay.
Crom, out of the way. Don't make me hurt you.
Ash, it is your turn. And so I would say you're about 20 feet from where Grom was. So you could get to melee pretty easily.
All right, I'm going to make sure I move around behind her so that she's between me and Grom. Does that count as flanking? Is he still considered an ally?
Yeah, might as well. Why not? I love it.
So advantage?
It's a one-shot, yeah. Yeah.
Perfect, I love it.
I also think there's some
Oh,
D4s.
I rolled the exact same on both of them, so it's a 22.
Nice. Yeah, that hits.
Not as good this time. 6 plus 4, 10.
10.
10.
How do you want to do this?
I want to get her right between the shoulder blades. Is it possible to make her explode into twigs? Because that would be the ideal.
So, Groot at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
What? Spoilers.
So, that's a question we should answer after the stream. What is the appropriate age for spoilers? My vote, 6 months.
Apparently 40 years if you haven't seen Star Trek Wars.
Star Trek Wars.
Yeah.
I have not seen Star Trek Wars.
Count Blackula, we are using Discord and I capture each face individually. So if you have questions, I can show you how to do it in OBS. And thanks for stopping by.
Yes, it's magic.
It's true. It is magic. It's much like magic. So as you, how do you do this? Do you just like rip, and then blows up?
Yeah, probably something, because it's with the sword, so probably not so much explosion as just very violent hacking.
Hacking, yeah, just sticks everywhere.
Sticks everywhere.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't cut the weasel.
You don't cut the weasel that's on her eye, like, ugh. So we are officially out of initiative. There are still several fires in the forest.
I'm going to encourage them.
Like, give them words of encouragement. Go, fire!
Burn it all. No, I'm going to do my understanding of a controlled burn. Because I don't think she was wrong. She just was going about it wrong. So, I'll burn a little bit and then, snuff it.
Okay.
So perhaps it is time that we allow this forest to rebirth itself. At least like 50%. Keep the other 50%. That's good shit.
Right,
So-
I'm going to avoid fruit trees. If they have fruits and nuts on them, they can stay.
That's fair.
And the giant ash gums that are sort of like half sacred, maybe.
Oh yeah, keep those.
The one that fell can go.
Oh yeah, that one. That's fine. That was Linda's anyways.
Yeah.
So,
We'll just clean up her mess.
as you're cleaning up the mess, and you venture a little bit further into the forest, where maybe she started last night, or whatever happened, or maybe this morning, something like that, you see little plants are already popping up from the trees that have been destroyed. So where that has been turned to like ash, the little trees are already sprouting, and they're growing pretty quick. Not like amazing before your eyes, but
Right.
Just pointing out, I voted we didn't kill her.
Well, she did attack us first. We were just talking, and then she was like,
Yeah, but
"Oh, you die." So and
now aren't we just kind of completing our work? So
well, yeah.
couldn't we have just like restrained her?
Why should she be the one to get to make the choice that this happens? She doesn't live in the village.
Hey, it's not her fucking forest. What is she, some sort of dryad?
Exactly. We have no idea if she was gonna spare the village or burn the village too.
That's a fair point. Hard to get paid if the village gets burnt.
Exactly.
And she's destroying the homes of all those animals that fled.
Exactly.
She didn't care at all about them.
Yeah, the animals can get other homes.
I mean, she could have been right. I mean, she probably was right about it needing to burn, but her methods, she could have just walked in the village and say, "Hey, guess what? It's time to do a controlled burn."
Oh no, we probably would have got her dead.
If she wanted to negotiate,
He's
that
got a
was
point. There's a lot of assholes live in that village.
Yeah, a lot of assholes live in that village. Oh.
So, yeah, anything else killing here, or we go back get paid?
Do these new little plants look like hands? Like the vines that were attacking us earlier? or anything
Oh
like that?
yeah, kill them.
They're just saplings and forest plants.
But then out of the smoke, you see Linda. Listen, Linda. No, just kidding. Yeah.
It's a firebolt.
So how much of you're saying 50% is what you're going to continue to burn?
Like probably 50% maybe of like what the dryad would have done.
From where she started to maybe like halfway to the village.
Okay, that's fair.
That way there's
good buffer.
Yeah.
So as you guys continue that, about an hour goes on and you're slowly control burning. You start to see the little saplings pop up. And then are you just gonna leave?
Yeah. But just once the fires are, once things are burned and it's controlled and,
Okay.
I'll make sure don't worry, I will make sure everything's out.
One probably unnecessary murder, but hey.
Was absolutely necessary.
We had to save the village.
It was pretty epic, I will say.
It's alright. She wasn't a humanoid, she was a fae, she's not a person.
Absolutely not a person.
Wow.
I mean, she did blow up. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, she did blow up. That was pretty... How did you do that, Ash on the Wind?
Can you teach me that?
That's the power of hatred. You're welcome to it.
There's a god that might appreciate your patronage. And
Fair, terrible.
Can I pick up a part of her body and like incorporate it into my wand?
Yeah, you could pick up her arm, I guess. It's still intact.
Yeah, just take a vine and kind of wrap it around the edge of the
It's totally normal. I mean, if it were like a humanoid, you would have taken their skull.
Or a few teeth.
I'm surrounded by weirdos.
Yeah.
It's the man who yells and hit things with an axe.
I'm a lumberjack. Yes, I am.
Ash, were you going to say something?
Yeah, are there any trees that are still tall enough that I can get up to see if there's anything else going on? Like now that we've found the location of the fire?
Yeah.
Is this the end of this?
Easy enough to crawl up. You look up, and this is the epicenter of the fires. So you look deeper into the forest, and you see that a lot of the trees themselves, there's like a clearing there. You can only assume that there's still some smoldering puffs of smoke that come up every once in a while. But it is... the threat has been taken care of. And we can assume fast travel back to the village.
Yeah.
You know, good 3-hour walk again. And as you guys enter the village, you actually see a lot of the forest animals recognize that the threat is safe and start to move back into their homes. And Linda's there. Oh, you've made it back. I thought I asked you to not bring...
Hi, Linda. How you doing?
Hello. Well, I guess job is done. She pulls out a little sack. 100 gold pieces for you. Split it however you want. I would give him none, and points to the other elder. You keep it for yourselves. But good work today. And that is the module. Funny thing about this, again, it is from Uncaged Anthology. I love all of these. This one's a bit short. The funny thing is that you could just be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Burn the forest and walk away." Module over, right? So,
Yeah. But then we wouldn't get a boss.
then you wouldn't get a boss fight.
Actually, Tinderbox was going to go to her and say, "I'll help you do it," but she was like, "Eh." I'm like,
No, I want to do it alone.
I mean, I'm only an arsonist, but you know,
This could be thrown into a campaign and it'd be great, but like
Yeah.
as a one shot, it's a little hard for sticking points because not much happening. But I want to say thank you, everybody. Thank you, chat. We'll go around the table one more time, and we're going to start bottom left this time. Sarah, tell us who you are and where people can find you.
I'm Sarah. This was my first one-shot with FeatherFall Tabletop, and if you're interested in mostly retweets, you can find me on Twitter at SullivanBlade. Otherwise, that's me for tonight. Oh, and
Nice.
thank you, everyone, in the chat and in the group for so much patience with my tech issues at the beginning. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry.
Discord, it never fails. All right, we'll go bottom right. Lord of Chance.
Lord of Chance, same name on Twitter. I appreciate you letting me join in the game. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we appreciate having two new faces here. Not that we don't appreciate Typo and Cranky. We do appreciate you, so we'll go ahead and go to Cranky. Cranky.
well, thank you for having me again. This was a fun one. You can catch me on Twitter at Cranky Old Mage, and again in Confounded's YouTube channel, also playing D&D with him.
Nice. And Typo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Typo. If you enjoyed seeing me here, you can see me again tomorrow on Call of Cthulhu.
Yes!
I randomly appear here and on... I almost said FeatherFall Tabletop. Yeah. FeatherFall Tabletop and FeatherFall Tabletop. Also Polished Cryptids channel, where I actually tend to play the sillier characters on the Polished Cryptids and more of the Seers once a year. A lot.
Yeah, I need to check those out. I do want to say thank you. I am Bob. I'm the DM for tonight, co-founder of FeatherFall Tabletop. So we'll be here every other Monday doing one-shots. If you're interested in joining us up here and you want to play with us, so we have a couple new timers. First-timers? New timers. That's opposite of old-timers. Join our Discord. !Discord will get that command for you. And we post them pretty regularly. We're going to take a little bit of a break because I'm going on vacation. So I probably won't have one for a little bit. But check us out. Join us. We have an active Discord where we talk all things nerdy and whatnot. And then tomorrow night, as we kind of alluded to, will be Call of Cthulhu Behind the Umbral Veil, I think is what the name is. I am terrible at names this late at night. So, beneath, thank you, Two Socks, Beneath the Umbral Veil, where Two Socks will be the DM, Typo's a player. We got some other folks in there. And then every Wednesday, except this upcoming Wednesday, we have our Beyond Amends Wild Mounts campaign. Join us there. We already talked about all that stuff. I don't need to go over it again. But until next time, stay safe, wear a mask, I guess. Be safe out there, and we'll see you around. Bye.